With the Minnesota primary election now in our rearview mirror, the race as well as all eyes are turning towards November's general election.
That's right, and for a deeper breakdown of what we can expect this November, we are joined now by our political analyst, Blois Olson. It's good to see you again, Blois. Let's get right to it. Mike Lindell led many polls in the GOP governor's race, but Lisa Demuth ended up winning by 11 points. What does that tell us about the reliability of that political polling here in the state, and how much of this was just undecided voters breaking late?
Primary polls are always tough, and one of the reasons they're tough is because primary turnout is tough to predict. This was record turnout in Minnesota and grew by almost 20%. And as our analysis said that if turnout was really high, that would benefit Demuth because we knew where Lindell's base was, we knew where KAAL's base was, and she was the candidate with the greatest upside if turnout surged.
Yeah, and boy, did it ever. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But right now, at this time, Lindell has not conceded the GOP governor's race. So what comes next for him? And what do you think it would take for him to eventually concede?
You know, I think that most of the Republicans have moved on. The real question is, how much of a platform does he have? How much evidence might he have to not concede? I think this is somewhat predictable based on Lindell's past. But Republicans I talked to today are unified. I think they will be very well funded out of the gate, probably better than Republicans have been for quite some time in Minnesota.
Blois, let's move on to the U.S. Senate race. Peggy Flanagan versus Michelle Tafoya. What does each candidate need to do to win over the voters who aren't firmly in either camp yet? And does either candidate have an advantage so far?
You know, I think Flanagan has an advantage based on DFL history and the energy. Both parties have energy and they have anger. Energy to beat the other side, but anger. Republicans have it on fraud and other issues. Democrats have it on their dislike of President Trump and the Metro surge. So between Tafoya and Flanagan, they're both going to be trying to tack to the middle. Independent voters are going to decide this race ultimately. And if Peggy Flanagan has got, weight around her candidacy because of fraud, then Tafoya will have a weight around her candidacy due to Trump.
So we know that they both are, strict followers of each of their leaders. So, of course, Governor Walz and President Donald Trump. Are they aligning really closely with them, or just to be safe so as not to polarize voters, are they kind of pulling away from them a little bit, would you say?
I think they're pulling away. I think what we've seen is Peggy Flanagan did not have Walz's endorsement. In fact, Angie Craig had Gwen Walz's endorsement. Last night when I interviewed Michelle Tafoya, she said she would say that when she agreed with the president, when she didn't. She's carried that through today. I think Tafoya and Republicans know in order to be successful in Minnesota, they can't be lockstep with Trump. On the flip side, they do need energy from MAGA voters to show up in the midterm. So they can't alienate those Trump supporters. Otherwise, they won't show up to support Republicans.
All right. Well, some good insights. We never get enough time with you, Blois. Will you come back?
I suppose. No problem.
What are we going to have to do?
Get some sleep first, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Been a long night. Well, thanks so much.
Sounds good. See you guys.